I'm Melissa Watson.
And this is DIYStyle, your show for the design-it-yourself lifestyle. Today we're going to be making a grocery tote that is reusable. I have two samples made up, one in a print and the other in a solid with food wrappers as decoration with silky thread. The supplies that you need today for our green bag are shears, straight pins, marking tool, seam gauge, tape measure, 3/4 of a yard of medium weight cotton fabric, regular sewing thread, silky rayon thread, 1 3/8 yard of webbing, and plastic food wrappers. Out of our medium weight fabric, we're going to cut two pieces that are 11 by 22.5, and the 11-inch side is going to be the sole edge. Then we're also going to cut two pieces that are 15 by 19 inches, and the 15-inch side is the sole edges. After you have your front and back cut, you're going to fold under the sole edge 3/4 of an inch to the wrong side, and then you're going to stitch close to the edge using a straight stitch. After stitching the top edge of my front panel, I emptied some powdered drink packets by cutting open a slit in the back so I don't ruin the front. And I'm going to use Scotch tape to tape it on the front instead of using pins. And now I can top stitch using silky thread.
Hello everyone, welcome to Lottie Boutique. This is my little boutique. It's not that little, but it's little to me. I'm going to take you on a little tour of what I've been up to and my new dresses and gowns and everything else that I'm doing. Let's go. Okay, it's bright and sunny in Texas. So this is actually one of my new fall pieces that I'm doing. Evening gown. Has a new drape design that one's doing that's a little more interesting. Metallic's always in, so this is my version of the Space Age mod thing. Being Asian, I always have to use Chinese bouquet. Just kidding. But I love this red, I love this fabric. Again, if you really look at my design, it's always some kind of seam going in, so this is mainly it. And of course, pockets. Let's go this way. I'm doing licensing deal with specific design, and I'm designing laptop covers, iPod Nano wallet. But anyway, if you can't get it here at Lot 8, you can go to Office Max, Circuit City. There's different stuff at Sears also. Let me show you one of my new pieces. This is I love Eon Flux, if anybody knows who she is. Very cool lines, even her hair, the way she moves. So this dress is kind of inspired by her with an interesting seam. And again, it's fitted. I'm kind of over the big kind of look. I'm all about shrinking everything in now. One of my new favorite pieces I'm working on, let me show you. This is one of my favorite because my new theme for fall is structure combining with drape. This is one of my new favorite drape piece. And of course underneath this, a whole foundation of bustier and stuff. So I'm doing a lot of that stuff too, combining really hard structure underneath, but putting soft laying piece on top that people can't really see how much construction there is until you actually put it on. So my little couture kind of piece. There's a lot of love in there. Crazy. And then here's a famous 13 piece. We actually did it for the store, the Active Fabric off the runway in Avery. So this is as real deal as you can get. As some, you know what? We did pleatings on the pocket and pleating on the neck for the show, but it's a lot of work. And this is one of my other new favorite pieces. Is buy a strip and we actually hand knit it together and then we stitch it on. It's a lot of work. You have to steam the shape into the curve. But I'm doing all technical parts. I don't know why, but so people know it's a lot more work than it seems. I think I learned how to sew at truly sewing, like I made my first garment at 18 from scratch, but I think I've always knew how to sew. My mom's always been sewing, I've always been surrounded by it, And when I got on the sewing machine, I think the first one was an industrial machine. It was just very natural to me. It was not a big deal. I wasn't scared of it. I'll be honest, I was a little scared of it. My mom's machine is super fast. But it was very natural. Even with the sewing class, I think I was the best student. I didn't complain. Sewing was very easy for me. Where did I go to school? I actually went to FIT New York City. I majored in pattern making. I thought that, you know what, I can design on my own. People really doesn't have to teach me that. So I thought the most important skill to need as a designer was the pattern maker, how to actually make the garments and from scratch. To me, that was the most important thing. Project Runway has brought my career honestly to a different level. My dream was just to have my little boutique and be happy with it, design my own little collection and be happy with it. That's all I wanted in life. And now, you know, I have Milano and QVC. I do a licensing deal for Pacific Design with iPod cases, and I'm in Office Max, I'm in Circuit City, I'm in Sears, doing electronic accessory, which I would never thought I'd do. I'm a spokesperson for Dove, Ultimate Clear, national spokesperson. I'm like, I didn't speak English for a while. I mean, things like that you don't think you're even gonna be given the opportunity to do, but now, I mean, it's honestly, it's impact my career in the sense that anything is possible. Anything is a possibility. I could do anything I want to do, and there's people who will want to buy it. So I think that's the best thing.
Using decorative thread, top stitch your packets onto your front and back panels. You can use any kind of pattern you want. I'm just going to do a zigzag. You can do any kind of funky or conservative pattern, just however the style you want it to look. After you have your front and back done with your drink pouches, you're going to take your side panels and match it up with your front panel at the bottom all the way to your marking at the top, and then you're going to sew the seam at 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Do this to all of your panels. Next thing you need to do is turn down your flap to make your casing. You're going to pin at both ends, and then you're going to stitch 2 rows, one right along close to the edge, and then another one 1/4 of an inch up from that. After you finish making your casings, you're going to fold in the side panels in half on both sides so that your front and back lay flat. And then you're going to pin the bottom edge, making sure that all the layers are flat. And you're going to stitch a 1-inch seam, and then you're going to sew a second seam to reinforce it. And then take your webbing and thread it through your casing. And then you're going to take your ends and overlap them and stitch through it. Okay, now turn your bag right side out. I'm going to go green. Thanks for watching this season of DIYStyle.
Stay tuned for season 2, and don't forget to check out DIYStyle.net,
where you'll find blogs and podcasts,
pictures and contests,
with much more to come.
See you next time.